In government, Tuesday night, the Zoning Board of Appeals met for their monthly meeting. The board had 3 public hearings to kick off Tuesday night's meeting. The first hearing was for 22 Cypress Street, in which the applicant requested a variance. The board had informed the applicant that they need to apply for a special permit instead of a variance. The permit was granted. The second hearing was for Jacobson Drive, May 6, Block 1A, Lot 22, for a special variance under Section 4.0. The applicant brought forward plans for a single-family home in the vacant lot. After much concern from the board of the width of the home, and many residents came forward not in favor of the variance as well, Attorney Hearn withdrew his client's application.
Withdraw the matter if the board thinks that it can't approve it by the required vote, and if there's a, unless you say, yeah, but if there's more information, you might persuade us. And I appreciate that, Mr. Chairman. My clients understand listening to the comments of the board. So if, in fact, the board is not inclined to approve it by the quantum of vote required, then we would want to, we would ask to withdraw rather than have the property owner get saddled with a 2-year bar that is not of his making. But
the Zoning Board of Appeals will meet next month on September 13th. Wednesday night, the school committee held a hybrid meeting at the Savage Center. To start the meeting, Tony Mazzucco, Paul Riccardi, and Chris Folan presented some project updates and their capital project proposals to the committee. Riccardi, Director of Buildings and Grounds, provided the board with an update on the turf field and lights project.
We've had a great middle part of the project. The light poles are in. All the pull strings are in. The field has been taken up. The track has been taken up. And as of today, the second layer of asphalt has been put down on the track. We hope to be lighting the lights within 2 weeks. The trench has been run from the school to the bleachers where the main electrical box will be. The problem we have, though, is the turf field. We really thought when we started this project, the lights and the light poles were going to be the thing that got delayed, and they actually arrived before the job even started. The turf field, we've had 3 different dates now. It's coming from Alabama. They are having trouble. First, they had trouble getting the actual product that they make the turf field out of. Now they have labor problems in their factory. They tell us it's going to be delivered on August 29th. It's a 3-week process to put it down. And then once the turf is down, then they come and put the top layer on the track, the bright red color, and then they line it. So we hope that we're expecting to have completion by September 29th.
Following the turf update, Assistant Director Chris Folan explained what projects are being done inside the schools, including new lighting fixtures across the district and a resurfacing of the Norwood High School gym floor. To end their presentation, Tony Mazzucco proposed some future capital projects to the committee. The appearance of the night was Norwood High School French teacher Mr. Bueller. Bueller proposed restarting the French exchange program that was canceled due to COVID.
And last time around, 2 years ago, it was supposed to be an actual exchange. So the French kids were able to come over here in the fall. And then, unfortunately, COVID hit and our trip to France got canceled. So I'm trying to revive this. We have found a different partner school in France, in the southwest of France, in Pamiers. Just a bit more of a rural area, and I think maybe even more advantages for our kids. The first school that we were working with was right outside of Paris, which obviously is great and glitzy, but it's like, when Europeans come to New York, they say, well, I've seen the United States. It's not quite like that. So we're looking to have this exchange program next spring. We would be going over in April, during April break, leaving on a Friday night, and then coming back on Sunday, so there would be no loss of school days on our side. And then the French school would come over in May We would be going for about 9 days, they'd be here for about 10 days. So it's like a one-on-one exchange program. We're looking to take about between 15 and 20 students. Again, make that pretty much parity for both schools, and actually have that real exchange where the students will stay with the families, with their student that then, on the return trip will come here and stay with them.
The board passed the proposal for an exchange program. Then Dr. Thompson provided a lengthy report that touched on their recent job fair, special education staffing needs, and the future challenges from the transportation department. Ms. Sheraton provided a budget update, and to end the meeting, they discussed a policy subcommittee update from Dr. Joan Giblin. The next meeting for the school committee will be in September. Also Wednesday night, the Conservation Committee met in a hybrid form in Route 24 of the Town Hall. There were 3 public hearings on the agenda, the first being an application for repair and maintenance of siphon structures and construction of an access to the shoulder of Neponset Street. The second hearing was for 1 Moderna Way, applying for the installation of a security fence in the buffer zone of bordering vegetated wetlands. The final hearing of the night was at the intersection of Pleasant and Morse Street, filing for a completion of a gas main over the Morse Street Bridge. The meeting ended with conservation business and an agent update. The next meeting of the Conservation Commission will be August 17th. For complete government coverage, tune into the NCM Government Channel or watch on demand at norwoodcommunitymedia.org.